Hi. In Unit 1, we looked at how the formal elements to help us to determine the meaning and the purpose and are chosen to deliver the purpose of the work or the theme, the ideas behind it, okay? Now in Unit 2, you have to consider not only the formal elements, but you got to consider media at the same time. And artists choose different mediums, things to work with, stuff they make it with, for different messages and different purposes. So let's take a look at this first slide, which is an engraving. It's an intaglio. That's how that's pronounced. Intaglio is intaglio printmaking process. Notice how linear it is. It's all composed of lines, even the dark areas. And it's very detailed, isn't it? It's got a lot of information. It's very realistic looking. It's very controlled. It almost looks like it could be like an architectural drawing, okay? As opposed to this print. This is a woodcut, so it's a relief type of printmaking. Notice the big bold areas of black contrasting against the big bold areas of white, those shapes and lines. Notice how rough it looks, how he looks like he's suffering. He chose this type of printmaking to deliver that feeling behind the work. Would be totally different if it was this, wouldn't it? Or how about this type of print? This is a mezzotint print, which is an intaglio process. It's done with a rocker, a rocking tool that rocks back and forth and mars a metal surface. That makes it big pits in it and stuff, which hold ink, which gives us those dark values in the background. And what increases the contrast, even tenebrism, that's apparent in this work. And notice over her skin, there's sort of like almost like a water sort of a thing going on, a little bit of a texture. That's all part of that rocking process, part of mezzotint. That's why the artist chose it. It gives deep values and texture, and it makes the work look like this, very moody, like she's maybe in some dramatic situation, very dark and mysterious, okay? Totally different if she'd been done like this, in this type of etching process, this engraving here, excuse me. Let's look at drawing. This is a silver point drawing, which is done on a honed down, a sharpened silver wire. That tells you how thin it is, that wire. They dip it into graphite or lead or silver, and they draw with it. It gives you a very fine line. And notice how this portrait of this young girl here looks ghostly, ethereal, delicate, like a soft memory we're looking at of a girl, okay? That's very light value and very delicacy is why he chose silver point. Be a totally different drawing if it was done with charcoal, like this Kathy Kollwitz. Notice how the charcoal is very bold. We see a lot of the linear elements. The man's suffering is increased by the choice of the medium that she chose. Very rough, very direct, immediate. It probably took her about 10 minutes to do this drawing, okay? Totally different feeling if the girl had been done in charcoal, wouldn't it? That's why certain mediums are chosen for certain things. How it definitely affects, you're seeing a look at a feeling here. How about this? This is an oil painting from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Notice how luminous her skin looks and the softness of her hair. She's got a very soft appearance generally, doesn't she? All over this sort of soft focused texture. Her garment is very gauzy and almost filmy and see-through in some areas. That's achieved through oils using a technique called glazing, which is very thin paint. It's glazed over the top of what exists there already, and it gives you that sort of see-through look. It all increases her delicacy and luminous beauty. She would have considered to be a beauty at this time period. How about this? This is a painting too, but it's an acrylic painting. Notice notice the big sky. Very, very one color, blue, light blue, very flat. Notice even the woman, she looks almost sculptural with that sort of almost all the same pink sort of housecoat she's got on. That flatness as part of the plastic nature of acrylic and the color quality. Different totally than this. This world would be completely different if she was painted in this manner with acrylic paints. That's how media affects art as well. Thank you and have a good day.